We're streaming.
There you go.
Hey, you guys. It's Wednesday. Are you having a good hump day?
Wear a mask? Look, oh, he has a mask on.
I don't think he can like it. He's gonna chew on it. Like, that's what I think of your mask. Anyways, I'm Erica. This is Jeff. He's my Pete. That back there is our co-host, Billy Beans. No? Alright. So, we are Artists Till Death. We go live every day, usually. It's at 6 p.m. every day except for on Tuesdays. It's 2 p.m. Central, usually. And we usually do resin. Today we're going to work with vinyl and paint pen and resin. But I'm not good at the vinyls, so I have my beat.
I'm scared that like, man, that's gonna have, you're gonna have to like, well, I guess it is, okay.
So, I hope you guys are interested in staying and watching. We'll be right back. Cue the intro! We need some music on that. I wonder if I could just use the music from...
Had to add that
From the struggle music.
on. Babe, you're not.
I got distracted. I wonder if we could add the stripper music from our last intro to that one. Hey guys! So, just gonna take over and tell you guys what goes on. Hey y'all! And then tell them what's happening.
I'm just peeling off this. I'm just using this paper that, like, why? Why does it do this? Like, this is the most frustrating thing ever. Like, it sticks to everything except for one part. Like, what is it that it doesn't want to stick to this to? Why?
While you're doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and give Moose some meds.
I'm gonna leave that off there. Alright, so I was trying to show her the easiest way to apply this. And what I normally do is take this is the paper that it came on, obviously, and cutting it is probably better so you don't get any rips, so that the paper, if it rips, then there's paper that this side will stick to, and you don't want that. So what I do is I just cut a little sliver, put the shiny side back down, and we're always, you have to make sure this shiny side goes down, because if not, then
You're gonna make a stencil on your paper.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you like the mystery box, Susan. Our day was awesome. Thanks for asking, Vicki.
And then, so that way you can place this wherever you like, and it's not, you're not having to pull it up, and you don't accidentally stick it to your board that you don't want to be stuck to. And this way I can line it up. Does that look straight?
Yeah, you think it's two over?
Two over what?
Two over there?
Go right.
Not in the middle.
I mean,
but like,
we can do the middle. It's just, can we do it directly in the middle?
let me get a like that. Question, can I put just resin top coat over STONECOAT art coat? Mary, you can. It's not gonna hurt anything. I don't know that I've ever used just resin top coat. but their diamond coat is not as UV resistant as the something. The STONECOAT Art Coat is more UV resistant than the Just Resin Diamond Coat. I don't know if the top coat is different, and if you're talking about diamond coat, it's not as UV resistant. When I saw my first piece,
That's good,
first thing I
right?
did was buy a mystery box. Oh, I'm so glad.
Oh, that is like dead center.
Hey, hi, hello, everyone.
And then see, you push this, push it down, and then that way it's not going anywhere. And what you do is you just slowly pull this and it'll lay down where it's supposed to.
So we're sure everything's coming off of the...
Yeah, because it's already off onto here.
Lay down, miss. Y'all, Cujo's been so good. Hasn't coughed a single, even little bit today. We go live. Cough central. So yeah, Mary Beth, the diamond coat is not as UV resistant or durable as the art coat. I would say do the art coat as the flood over instead of the other way around.
This is gonna look so good on here.
Thanks. Do we need to do this thing again?
This is like super smooth.
I'm so glad you guys like our mystery boxes. Vamp, since you give them so many shout outs, all of you guys give them so many shout outs, they've become more popular recently.
You guys, we still have gloves available. Remember, all you guys that said you wanted to buy gloves, I'm holding you to it.
We could be holding off for a sale. Anna said I've been looking at
Look at that.
circuit cutters or cricket cutters to do names, so I can do custom wall art for kid rooms, etc. Can't do calligraphy and they're a bit expensive. They are. Jeff's was not cheap, and his is Boy Cat. If you fall out that window,
What's he doing? He's like looking.
he's getting
Hey.
brave again.
What are you doing? You just making sure our car's okay?
So this is where we are right now with this guy. Cujo, lay down, my sweet. I was gonna draw this on, but it would have taken considerably longer. And why not use what I have at my disposal, you know? A little air pocket. So I have put down here both of my inspirations. Moves. Lay down.
Why do you want to sit out here? I don't like it when you sit out here.
So where am I? These are my inspirations, and as you can see, there's a circle around, and then some dots here that I don't have. What?
What?
What's the problem? What's the
Come on.
problem?
I don't know what
Hey. You're okay.
Not one time did he bark today. Cough. So that was easy. What's happening, y'all?
Alright. I think I got him calm down a little bit.
Fingerprints on here.
Fingerprints over here. So I need to do a circle, but so it looks like these two dots are where the circle meets, but it doesn't like close the circle. And I got this.
This might be the size. looks too big.
That's what she said. Ow.
And you're just gonna dot it?
Yeah, I was just gonna dot it, but it looks like if I use this, it's gonna off-center it. But do I mind?
Isn't that off-centered anyways?
The,
Well, you don't have don't do that. Maybe if you want to make it centered, which is going to be difficult, just do it. And those are just inside there.
no. I
You
like
put it
that.
through there. You like it off-centered?
Well, I want it to have that disconnect. I like that.
Okay.
Extra large mixing cup. I think even that would be.
You want it to be big?
No, even
Chloe,
this is gonna
it's
be.
no need.
So what if I just did an off-center circle, and then did a big one that was centered? Would that look
Are
weird?
you gonna do an act? You gonna trace that?
I'm gonna do dots. I'm gonna do this. This is dots.
Oh, I see. It's not off-centered. It's just circular.
I know. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Look.
I see.
So I was gonna do the dots, and I like that it's like open right here. So what if I just do this circle off-centered?
If you want to do it.
I know I can do it. I'm asking your opinion on if it would look stupid.
Why would it look stupid?
Because it's off-centered.
Well, what I would suggest is put it to where it's just on this side, about like that. Trace it with a chalk pen, and then do your dots just on the outside of that chalk pen. Because you're not going to hold that, are you? And the thing is, if you're doing this, you don't realize how you're. I'm gonna say beware. If you're doing this and you're not aware of how hard you're pushing, even if you push a little bit and then on the next one you push a little bit, that paint's gonna come out. Boom.
Yeah.
So you have to just know how, the pressure.
Well, Vamp, I was worried about him jumping because I've done that by accident. I think I did it on the Chanel piece.
Yeah.
I was worried about the cat in the window because last week he was on the windowsill and he didn't jump, but he did fall out the window. And so now we are very hyper aware of when he's on the windowsill and I can't watch him. Tink tink, y'all. Well, thank you, Johnny. Centered looks kind of like a dream catcher. Is that good or bad? All right, let me get a chalk pen. Well, I found him. I sure had a finer tip chalk pen, but work with what you got, Alright. Chalk pen check. Works. Get a baby gate, do that in all place. I actually had mousse enough. Thank you. Lay down. It's a good boy. We had a screen made, but apparently the builder was slightly crazy because it's off. Jacqueline, I believe in you with your ocean. Crystals instead of a paint pen? I don't understand. He did fall. We did catch him. He was not hurt.
Kuko.
Hey. Well, calm down. Okay? There you go. So, I'm going to dot this on with one hand. Oh, B, you said draw the circle just on the inside of it?
Yeah, so that don't do it on the,
Just like this?
yeah, don't do it on the line of the circle because then you won't.
Right. Okay.
Here, you're not, what are you gonna?
I was just gonna dot around it.
No. You're gonna use this to put dots on it?
You said use a chalk marker. That's
Do the
a chalk
circle,
marker.
then so you can take that away, and then just dot with the gold on the outside.
Okay.
What were you gonna do? Go over this? You can't go over this with the.
It's
paint pen.
inset. I was just gonna do dots because if I tried to do a whole line with one hand, it would move. He fell once. He should be smart enough not to do it again, I hope. Well, I would have assumed that he'd be smart enough not to do it the first time. I think he was just like swatting at something. Sorry, you guys. You gotta be right over it to make sure it's where it's supposed to be. But yeah, he wasn't hurt. We saw him. We heard him. We witnessed where he went. We caught him. Perfectly fine. Had him checked out. He's good to go. However, we're watching him. Party, cool.
I just don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on here. You
You'll
should,
see it a little bit enough.
Yeah.
Do you like it offset?
I think it looks good. I love offset stuff though. Like I always do stuff offset.
Wait, what did he fall off of? He fell off of our windowsill out the window onto the earth. And I'm pretty sure he found out that he was not a fan of being an outside cat. He was a little bit shook. I'm not sure what was going on out there. We're only on the second floor though, so wasn't a crazy big fall. What do those symbols mean? This is a something. Hold on. This is a geometric element, but I'm not sure what the element is. I didn't have a lot of time to look up like totems and yeah, he was, I'm sure when he just landed, he was just freaked out and scared because he was having a real world check. But Jeff sprinted from our place down to outside, and if you guys have ever been to our place or you watched our studio tour, that is a long run. Right? That's exactly what Jeff said. He has 8 lives left. It's the element of surprise. I love that. Alright. I'm going to try to not Ritterhoff it and get these dots going. And then at the end of this, I'm going to add resin. Y'all, I just added dots in the exact area I didn't want them. Let's see if I can get this wiped off. It's been a stressful 27 seconds in the world.
Where did you want to go?
God, you know, like.
Luckily, alcohol fixes everything. What's up, Tudor?
Hey.
Try to get like so you're consistent. Don't try to, you know, make a big dot.
I didn't. Yeah, y'all tried to warn me, but whoops. So- they're in here, right behind me. You can always add another circle. Yeah, I'm gonna. No, I'm doing careful dots. In theory.
Tudor.
Oh, that is sick.
How fun is that?
Okay, that's
Jeff does dots all the time and they don't look bad.
Yeah.
I don't understand why
It's
I
more
can't
like
do dots
More like that.
without them looking bad.
Man.
I
This
just
is-
about,
this is
like sanded it and painted over it because of how I started it.
Yeah.
It's like, let me just try to save this.
You should do it in reverse, like a bright ass yellow, a bright yellow one, and then like a purple light looking thing.
It's very difficult to get these dots the same size and spaced out.
Are these what you're thinking?
My advice, if you try to do this, is to just not stress about it or anything. It's a general rule.
No, I'm gonna see.
Typically, the most symmetrical something is, the harder it is to.
Oh, where you're just underneath it.
Make it look good. Jeff should airbrush it on. Airbrush the circles? Does the fact that the black side is opposite of the photo on purpose? Yes. No. I just went with it. Hi, precious boy. Can you catch your big boy breath? You did? Okay. That is the joy of abstract. You are correct. You're gonna get hot up here, big boy. I have one outlier. That's fun. Alright, good boy. Love you. I'll lay down. So after I get all this on here, I will, gotta let that dry. So after I get all this on, y'all ever just have one of those days? After I get everything, Okay. So after I get all this on, I'm going to coat it in resin. Cool. Like Jeff said, you have to take your time and make sure you don't add too much or any pressure, because as soon as you do that, you're gonna let the floodgates open of your paint pen. What I'm learning just doing this piece is if you just hold the paint pen there for a second, don't add pressure, just hold it there. It'll make a pretty good little dot. That's fairly symmetrical or round. But sometimes the dots shrink, and so I'll just recharge it on a piece of paper on the side. And get back to it. Anytime I do these kind of dots, I always have a moment of, should I add another dot in between it? Is it an even dot? You have one of those days all the time. What's that, TG? Miss, lay down.
Is there a laptop somewhere?
I think it's on the Color Obsession shelf because I was doing inventory. Pretty sure it's over there. Alright, then in my reference. Hey Crystal, thanks for coming in. I'm using something. I'm using a Pen Touch Gold. I think it's a medium, yeah, medium point, 2 millimeters. So on my reference, there's dots on this side. If I just do this. I'm going to put these ones a little bit closer together. How long do you think, there's no like time limit on when I should wipe this chalk off, right?
I don't think so. I mean, it's chalk and that's resin, so I mean, I would wait at least an hour for that stuff to dry.
Wait an hour for the gold to dry.
Yeah, because sometimes it doesn't dry really fast. Especially right now because there's moisture in the air.
I gotcha. Alright, then in the reference there's dots on the opposite side. I don't sell these markers, but you can get them all day online. Amazon,
I normally
Blick.
get them when I go to Hazel. Like I'll pick up like one or two just because you know how fast they run out, and it's always nice to have. A new one if it does run out.
I tried to look up what these symbols mean, but I didn't have that much luck. I read that like the triangles mean something and the circles mean something, and but once they're together, what it means, I have no idea. I hope it doesn't mean anything crazy. Or if it is crazy, it's like a fun crazy and not like, why did I put that on YouTube? That's so mental crazy. I noticed a lot of people lately with these kind of tattoos. Your art is like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. It's like magic to me. Mary Beth, that is the sweetest thing I've heard all day.
That's a lie. I told you something sweet.
What did you tell me that was sweet today that was sweeter than that? Probably or possibly?
I tell you way too often.
Is there such thing? You know about all that. All right. Ugh. Some of my dots aren't dry, but I have to do a thing right there. So what I'm gonna do is close these pens. Ugh. Oh. Telling y'all. And I don't have any heat on with this. I'm just cold air. Manuel says, those symbols are Mesopotamia for e-science and bananas. I love it so hard. Love it. Basically dry. Okay. I need a straight line. Sweet. Okay. What am I missing? Should we do another circle? Do we like it offset like this and just leave it? I mean, obviously I need to take the, that white line off. Or do I? What are y'all's thoughts on the white line? To me, since it's an era, that always means that good things are about to happen. Sometimes you get pulled back before you take off. I love that. Also, as a Sagittarius, I'm all about some arrows. Hey, I see you. Lay down, precious boy. Arrow as a symbol for overcoming. Space is combined in a sticker tattoo and a power geometric image. Huh. Can you pour resin over chalk paint? You can. You just don't want to use a resin that gets really hot, so not like a quick coat. And also, he even stops when I look at him. He knows. And also, you know how you like rub your hands around? Okay, come here. I know. I didn't mean to hit your throat. I'm sorry. You don't want to like rub it when you move the resin around to spread it out. You know what I mean? I love that, Mary Beth. Also ties dark to light. So everyone likes the white line. You guys think it looks finished? Sherry says, I have a December 2nd birthday too. Did I tell you guys my birthday was in December? On the 2nd specifically? Because it is. Okay. Hey, Kim. So as soon as Jeff is done in there, I'm going to bring him back to get some other opinions. Hey, Francesca. Good to see you here. Shane says, y'all are all wrong. It means Erica and Jeff are engaged. Oops, sorry, I let the cat out of the bag. I didn't want to tell anyone. But I mean, I guess since you guys already know. Hey, so many December 2nd birthdays. I love that. Oh.
Very nice.
Thanks. Everyone says that they're digging the white line because it brings the light into the dark, and I agree. Should I try to draw over it and make it consistent? No? Okay.
You can't draw over that chalk line anyways. It'll like
It'll
take
pick
it
up?
off with it, yeah. And there's no telling.
Do you think that this looks finished?
I like it. Yeah, I would take that white line off there.
Yeah, but everybody likes it. Literally no one said take it off.
Yeah, but if you see it in person, it's very chalky and it's like.
What if I painted
thin.
over it with a paint pen?
No. You can't paint on chalk. It won't work. The chalk will come off onto the pen and then you won't have its consistent pen line.
What is a swar crystal? Kim, your rating? I'm gonna assume you mean arting. Are you gonna be okay if I set you down? I gotta finish the show. And everyone loves you, but they came here to see art, not see me talk to you. It's a different show. Oh, Swarovskis. I could do Swarovskis, but that's gonna have to be after the flood coat. because something. Oh yeah, resin will take all the facets out. Sorry you guys, I'm coming down with extra allergies. Yes, rating or arting? What do you think, Tutor?
Oh yeah, it's way better. You missed a dot.
Shut
No, I'm
up.
just kidding. Is this a new color?
No. It's not in inventory?
I'll double check. I like that it doesn't close right there.
I do too. It's one of my favorite bits.
Oh wow. Is
Judy! I think so too, but Jeff is right. Like, it's very sketchy line of chalk because it was just meant to be a guide. So it's thinner up here, like it's faint, and then where we started and stopped
if it were a
it, you could
consistent
see.
white line, it would look good.
Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this white line off, we'll evaluate, and then if we want to add it back, I'll just draw it back on there.
I can't watch that.
Why? Scary?
No.
Luckily, chalk paint comes off super, super easy. So Susan, chalk paint just rubs off of resin pretty seamlessly because chalk. I am being a little reckless, just letting the rest of this rag touch everything, but y'all, anytime my boys act in a different way than they usually do, it freaks me out. And Cujo's typically not this clingy. Especially when he's warm. He usually wants to get down. So on the inside, I'm a little bit freaked out. Since we're fam, I thought I'd share that bit of my life with y'all. Alright, halfway done taking this white off. If I was really confident that all these gold dots were dry, I would just wipe over top of all of it. But I am not convinced that they're all set. Alright. So that's without the white line. New opinions and thoughts, please. I'm gonna move you guys to this side so that there isn't really much of a glare. No. So, no line, like it without, it's better. Looks better, like it that way too. John, this is an odd one. It's 16 by 24. Okay. So, we like it better without the line. Do we think it needs something else before we add? Thank you, Smopper. Love it. It's a bit too clean. So I'm always a fan of the splatters. The only reason why I haven't like gone ham and done splatters on this yet is because it is a geometric, symmetric piece. Like by definition. Not that I can't go off board, but that's the only reason why I haven't done anything like that. And if I do add splatters, I don't know how to control them. Thanks, Clara. I want to revisit this anyway, so I think on the next one it'll be more of my typical messy style. Yeah, I don't know about splatters on this one. Your artwork is amazing, but your love for your dogs are out of this world. I appreciate you saying that. My boys are everything. Go ahead, babe. Okay, stay down there. So yeah, I think maybe good. Another reason I'm kind of not doing much more to it is because I want to make sure that Cujo's okay. Which he's acting fine now, other than the fact that he's hella clingy. Which, I don't know what to do about that. I love it though. I love it, boop boop. Just need to make sure you're okay. What about some gold wavy lines? So the wavy lines, I don't want to add anything wavy because it is very rigid. Like there's circles, there's triangles, and then there's straight lines, and that's, you know what I mean? That's the reason why I don't want to really add my jam and do splatters to this one. So I'm gonna, this is just a sample, a test before I try a big one like this one. Dun, dun, dun. And so that's why this one's gonna be on the simple side of the pieces that I typically do. Do you happen to know how much resin I mixed up for the first half of this?
What? How would I know that?
I don't know.
I don't know what you'd be saying.
Don't nobody know what you're saying. Now the cats are getting crazy. I'm just gonna go to bed in a minute. Y'all, it is one of those. I just knocked over an entire sleeve of tea tiny cups. The funny thing is, if I didn't need them, no, if I needed to like pull them apart, it would have taken 2 people in an act of Congress. But since I just knocked it over, they all just went everywhere. Cujo, I love you. Lay down. I've got sticky stuff, okay? Francesca, I love that idea. And totally, I'm gonna have to do another test or sample of this anyways. What is this? What did I say? 18 by 26? No. 16 by 24. Miss Brinley might do that, but I might just keep it clean. Spill some wine on it, then I'll get rid of it for you. Just send it to me, not a problem. Just for you, I'll do it.
What is the deal with these cats?
I don't know, big girl cat's just going crazy. Absolutely, cats. Got a lot going on right now. What if you spritz gold? I don't have alcohol ink. I'm not gonna do, but I could do alcohol with gold something powder. But I don't want to take away from the solid black areas on this one in particular. It's weird. I get into doing a sample piece and then I end up liking something that I'm doing. And instead of using the whole thing as an experiment, I finish off the piece with the elements that I like about the piece in particular, not about the idea that I had initially or ideas that I change along the way. And so sometimes when I have an idea for a larger piece, I'll end up with like 5 or 6 sample boards before I do the final large scale piece, just so that I can get my different ideas down. If I don't do that, I'll end up with a very convoluted piece where I just throw all my ideas at it, and it kind of muddies my thought process of which things that I want to keep for the final piece. So I'm gonna pull all the ideas that you guys have and work through a couple more sample pieces before I do the final one. Love it. Looks like things I'd find in Steven Tyler's hair were I to have the chance. That sounds like some kind of, is it Jeopardy? No.
Yeah.
It is. Things that you'd find in Steven Tyler's hair. This painting. Got your cats. Cold flakes in the flake coat. Maybe on the next one, I'm gonna keep this one clean. I can't control the gold flakes, so I usually don't put them in like gold leaf, that chunky. Put a little bitty E plus J in the heart like kids did in trees back in the day to celebrate your engagement. If I were to do that, I don't know if the end buyer would appreciate it. You know what I mean? You gotta get it all out or it's like two puzzles mixed together. That's very true. I mean, I think you guys have heard Jeff say it a few times when he's doing like a portrait, like an airbrush or a painting in front of you guys live. At the end, he always says, I wish I'd stuck with my original idea. And so I really try to be cognizant of that and put my initial idea down, note what changes I would do or add, do another one with that, and so I can evaluate the two together. I'm a very visual person. I've got to see it down. And so I don't mind working through a few tests.
Alright? Because we do the test and you don't have to.
We do the test, and I have to. Family Feud category. Thanks, Miss Brindley. Have an awesome night. Hug the kids for us. So possibly on the next one, I'm liking the idea of the splatters. And you know how my artwork always ends up with splatters of paint everywhere? It's rare that I have a clean piece. My go-to.
That's so clean.
What? I'm not. Look, see how I'm mixing resin and not doing it? My work typically ends up with some kind of catastrophe where my best option to hide the flaw is splatters. So for me to end up with a clean everything, I'm gonna roll with it on this one. Next one I'll add some crazy. Thanks, Happy. I'm glad you were here. So there's a lot of people in Facebook groups that ask about adding vinyl or what's the other, stickers or photos into resin. There's another word for vinyl, isn't there, B? Well, I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to clear coat over it. I guess you could leave it as is and not flood it, but I'm always down for a flood coat when I add anything that's on the surface, just to ensure that everything's in there forever. Did piece last night with gold leaf. That sounds awesome, John. So I will look at that on the next one. I think having gold leaf in the resin might be a good look over a splattered piece, since there's already a whole bunch of action to give that extra sense of depth. This one I'm going to keep clean though. Foil. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, TG. Like your thought process on the different test pieces. Thanks, Susan. It's better for me that way. I know that it's a lot of material, but I really would rather get it right on a small piece than to do a large scale piece and it go way left because I didn't work out all of my thoughts on smaller pieces. I think I would waste more product that way. And hopefully I'll still be able to sell the smaller pieces on my way up to the bigger one, you know? I have no idea how long I've been mixing this. First world. And you know what? You know what? I fully intended to have to flood this because I was doing this vinyl over it, right? So I didn't even worry about putting our plastic front up on the dust free zone. Not one floater in the finish. Perfect finish. I bet you today when I put this away, close the dust free zone, something's gonna get in it. Just because of how perfectly it's set up without me stressing about it. 'Cause lucky. Tomorrow I will be doing a review on Let's Resin's new alcohol inks. They asked us to do a review on them. We agreed. So tomorrow's going to be alcohol ink. No idea what we're going to paint with it, but I think the handcuff key is my favorite charm. That could be a key to a heart, to a house, to a safety deposit box. You went handcuffed. Does it just look like a handcuff key? I don't know what those look like. John, I actually am unboxing the Color Obsession products as we speak. I have Amethyst, I know you wanted, and Green Meadow, I know you wanted. I think it was Amethyst. I can't remember. All right, let's make sure I got all the fingerprints off of the black areas. I don't know if it would show, but better safe than sorry. Tutors in there breaking stuff. I love adding clear resins sometimes. Oh, what was the one that you were still looking for, John? I know you sent me an Excel sheet, but I have all the Color Obsessions, I believe, listed already. I finished those up before we went live. And then I have to put the Just Resin ones in. And then I'll be sending an email to everyone that's subscribed to our website to let them know that we've got new stuff in stock. I did get 2 new chameleons, but I think I sent you one of them. I'm doing a thick flood on this one, so I put all 10 ounces down. Hey, Jana. Tutor's just throwing things around. I think he's yelling at himself. Maybe he's practicing juggling. Who knows? Tutor's gonna toot, you know? That's so random, Angel 612 Designs, but I hope you find your missing skeleton key. This may be slightly too high of a flood. I may get some runoff, but since there's no design elements, that's perfectly fine and acceptable. It'll self-level on its own. If it is over 1/8 inch, it's not by much. I will be babying the piece for the next few hours, making sure nothing sets in it, no floaters or dust bunnies or hair, which is all quite plausible. I'm just hitting this with some heat to pop the bubbles. You don't want to add too much heat on flood coats because you don't want to thin your resin out so much that it just flows over your edges and off the board. I'll come back to this. It's art coat, so it takes a while to set up anyway, so I'll come back and visit it probably every hour to check and make sure nothing's landed in it, and add some heat to pop the bubbles that have risen while the piece has been setting. There's something, I guess, stuck. So I'm just scraping the area with an X-Acto blade. You're not gonna be able to see it. Just to kind of work out whatever it is that's floating and just leaving the tip. Oh my goodness. The tip is out and I can see just the tip. So I'm trying to work my way to the base so I can cut whatever it is so I can get it out. I am aware of all the TWSSs that are about to pop up. I have Phthalo Blue. I don't know if I got any more teal number 2. I got Midnight Purple. Thanks, Patricia. Shane, I knew you'd be the first. Okay, I'm gonna do true color video for y'all. What do you guys think? Posting it for you guys right now. And ATD support people, if you're not part of the group, I don't know what you're doing with your time. Now, before anything, I don't have any paper down. Let's see if we can move this without dripping all over the floors. Yes, I'll have Jeff add it to TikTok. It belongs on a Chanel bottle. I'll take it. T, what do you think about this? It looks like this.
About dropped it. That's why you did that.
Woo! Maybe throw that away. Maybe throw that away. Use this to get the resin off of my arm. Thanks for coming in, Francesca, and everybody. Those, just give me 2 seconds, okay? I can't pick you up with resin on my hands, okay? Okay, big boy? So you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will be revisiting that because you guys had some great ideas that I want to explore in future renditions of this. I think the next one I'm going to do a little bit larger as well. I can use rendition there, right? Like, version of. Or is rendition only for music? No, because render comes... Anyways. Hope you all had an awesome day. We did, absolutely. We're adding new products to the website as we speak. I will send out an email if you're subscribed. If you're not, subscribe so that you can know when I have new stuff, when I have stuff that you want and we sold out of, or when I have a sale, which usually is all involved in the same email. Yes, TG, the party is over. I gotta take this little nugget out and feed him and give him his evening medicine. But we love you guys so much. Please share our videos, our channel, something, help us grow. Leave me your thumbs. Subscribe. If you're already subscribed, check and make sure, because YouTube likes to unsub people. Reasons, I have no idea.
Follow us on TikTok.
Pardon?
A lot of behind the scenes.
Yeah, follow us on the talk. We have stuff listed down below. Where do you subscribe? I want to make sure I am. To the YouTube or to my website? If it's YouTube, under the video there's a little button that says subscribe. And on my website, if you're on just artistilldeath.com and you scroll a little bit, it has sign up for a newsletter, and the newsletter is basically, we got more stuff. Or if you bought from our website, I think it also sends to you. So anyways, be kind to one another. You never know what someone's going through.
And always remember, we do the test,
so you don't have to! Tutor's trying to take my job. You're hooked on TikTok, so is Jeff. You're not alone. Anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow at our regular time, 6 p.m. Central Standard, Texas, United States of America, Milky Way universe time. Till then, bye!
I said bye.
And a baby moons and a baby baby. Stop cheating on your brother. That should be the other Jeopardy question. Things I never thought I'd